Every episode of Good Sauce is brought to you by personal injury attorney Mo DeWitt.
Injured on the go?
Just call Mo.
We know Mo always throws the best events, and he's got one right around the corner.
Saturday, July 12th, it's all happening. That's right, he's having another family skate-a-thon. These events are always a blast.
It's at the Cimarron Skateway, Saturday, July 12th from 5 to 7 p.m. And it's our favorite price point. Free! Free great music and surprises and free Mo merch. He'll be there to support you when you need him. So if you're injured on the go,
just call Mo.
Making my way downtown.
It's time for another episode of Good Sauce with Rauce and Joel.
Everyone, baby, episode 60. Six God, baby, had a bad year. Welcome to Good Sauce with Ross and Joel. My name is Ross. That is Joel.
Good morning.
And that is Nico Renato. What's up? And that is Jonathan Arce. He is very happy. Everyone's happy. We're all here. We're all here. And I'm happy to say that I was extremely embarrassed last night. I cannot wait to tell you how that happened. Oh, man. Sometimes you get so excited and jonesed for the, Tuesday pod as we show up here to record on a Tuesday, to release it on a Wednesday. And man, did I hit a social rock bottom that I don't think I've ever hit before.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
You're smiling.
So I am smiling because
you have recovered.
I'm smiling because it was a simple mistake. But boy, was it a critical swing and a miss. I love people. I'm good with people. This was not one of those moments where people loved me back. All right? I take a lot of risks. I take a lot of risks out in Gen Pop.
Did you think like a bigger woman was pregnant?
It was, you're in the same neighborhood, different cul-de-sac, but that's the type of thing that I'm talking about.
That's
right
a big
now.
Swing and a miss.
All right, yeah, is it twins? F you!
I'm not a woman.
All right, yeah, we're off to a great start. I just choked on my own laugh air right there. The thing that happened to me late last night, I get a honkering. You ever get a honkering?
Is that like a hankering?
Yeah.
No.
Similar to a hankering?
It was a honkering.
I had a honkering. All right, I had a honkering for some food, and I go out. I don't know many late night places. I'm 9:45 is pretty hard to get a good bite to eat.
You live in a city though.
Yes, but still, your choices crumple.
Because if you live in a rural area, that means everything's closed.
Yeah, I still have options. So I go out Thornton Park. I go to Cavos. And usually I'm thinking like, it's parking can be tough down at this specific part.
Because the food's so good.
Yeah. I go down there. I see a perfect parking spot. It is right there in front of the restaurant. In fact, it's the last parking spot before the yellow on the curb.
Okay.
All right?
That's God's plan.
It's God's plan. Episode 60, Six God's looking out for me.
Yeah. Drake was like, park here.
Yeah. I park my
You should be parking there.
I park my car and I feel great. I'm like, this is one hell of a parking spot. I've never parked this close. I get out. I go.
I might never move my car.
I might live here now.
Yeah.
I eat my food. It's delicious.
What'd you get?
I got a
Philly cheesesteak.
I went chicken parm.
Ooh.
I got a chicken
drastically different order.
Chicken parm sub and a chicken Caesar salad.
Okay.
Hey.
All right. So I went ahead. All right.
That's not the embarrassing part.
John's been drinking, and that's why we put him on the pod, because he's an M80 with a microphone in front of his face. Get my food. I walk out. I look at my car, and there's a damn massive, electric scooter up against my car. I love
Somebody scoot booted you?
Someone put a scooter up against my damn car.
Ooh. That's a challenge.
And I immediately walk out. I'm like, no.
Yeah, you got to dance battle that guy after that.
I love my car. I love my car.
A kickball change of plans here, brother.
And loving my car is a new part of myself. By the way,
you've really become materialistic.
Yeah, I love cars. I want more cars. I love cars.
This white hybrid has ruined you.
Yeah, I just and I didn't know cars could be this comfortable. I digress. See this scooter up against my whip.
Was it like a Lime scooter or somebody owned the scooter?
It was like a Lime, but
A lime ass scooter.
Was it
third
leased
party
or owned?
aftermarket. It owned Lime scooter,
Private owned scooter?
private owned scooter.
No QR code on it.
No QR code on it.
Oh, so this was a personal attack.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, they were trying to send a message. You don't scoot in these parts. I do.
dude.
This is my spot.
I pick up.
I'm Jonathan Thornton.
I pick up.
I tell everybody where to park in my park.
I pick up the scooter. As soon as I pick up the scooter, the coolest guy I have ever. He just looked cool, and he looked like he's
Pharrell?
opening up this door.
Like Lenny Kravitz.
He
or
looks like
Pharrell
he's
or
about to whoop my ass. He is
he look
about to whoop my ass.
something. Or like Randy Couture.
He's walking up to me. He's going, "Yo, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Whoa." Oh, I'm like, what is it?
This is actually my hybrid.
I go, I like shriek, dude. My lip quivers, dude. I was just trying to get something. I was like, this is my car. The scooter's up against my car.
I'll stay.
Yeah, whatever you want. You want me to spit in your mouth? What do you want?
MacGruber, bro.
Yeah, I immediately went submissive.
Did you lay down? Belly up?
Your belly up. I just like put my back on top of his feet.
He was King Charles.
He was King Charles, dude.
You were like,
I was charged by this guy. And then this is
Oh, paint a picture, though, because now I am only seeing Lenny Kravitz.
yeah, no, he was like he was probably like a cool original Mel Gibson Mad Max,
Okay. We're talking
right?
a mature white.
Mature white weathered sun-kissed skin.
like Bruce Willis in Unbreakable.
Bruce Willis Unbreakable charged at me at this bar as I'm picking up the scooter off my car. What are you doing? What are you doing? Starts yelling at me.
That scooter's my car.
I go, there's a scooter in my car. I look, not my car.
Oh no.
Not my car.
Your car that you love so much, you mistook it?
It's this white car that looks exactly like my car. One reason why I thought was because of how good the parking spot was, because I had the last spot right there.
Then how did you not remember where you parked?
Because he parked illegally. He took the yellow curb, so I just assumed my brain was like, I'm the first car out of this restaurant.
Yeah.
Oh my God, there's a scooter up against my car. Gets worse, by the way. I hit the scooter. He yells at me. I go, it's against my car. I notice that it's not my car. And we look at each other like, oh,
What did Mel Gibson do?
my bad. Like
He just pants.
he
you?
didn't say anything. He didn't say anything else.
Dude, getting pants would be hilarious.
He didn't say anything else because I now
You
noticed.
realized at that point you were special needs. He's
So I look, I'm
like, it's okay, buddy.
I'm sorry, that's my car in front of yours.
I'll bet it is, buddy.
Yeah.
Sure thing, bud.
Sure it is. Who brought you?
So once I then have to gently put the scooter back, right? I trip on the damn
Brother.
scooter.
You
And
fell in public?
I don't fall like on the ground, but like I am awkward. It's an awkward exchange with scooter back down to the ground.
You had a little nice trip CNX fall.
So, and I had one beer at this bar, and he now looks at me like I'm hammered because I just tripped over. Right, I got him
The right one.
Yep, got him the right one. I hit reverse. Now he's the car behind me, and I have the camera on. My dude, my lights. If you have a camera, you know that brake lights can light up whatever is behind you. All I see, red lights illuminate, is his car and him, like the silhouette of him because of the bar lights behind him. I just see like red and black silhouette in my. Drove off, but I was mortified. I have never felt that Doug funny before. I've never felt like
Yeah, you were
Sex in the City. I felt like some cartoonish human being.
you were a clown.
It was National Lampoon's Chevy chasing it or something.
Yeah, you Mr. Beaned that.
I Mr. Beaned it, dude, when I tripped over the scooter. Oh, Lord. Oh.
Did you turn like bright red? I would imagine he's just like so.
Yeah,
embarrassed.
I don't think I have ever gotten embarrassed in years. I just took off my clothes 8 times at the Fringe Festival for our show. It was the ending of our show. Got down to the underwear. Had a blast doing it.
Skivvies only.
Skivvies only. This was maybe the worst moment in my life.
Do you feel like you're still less cool? Like, do you think that you'll always be less cool because of that moment? Or did you rebound?
I have not rebounded yet.
Like,
no.
if you were, let's be generous, 7 out of 10, cool-wise, before that, where are you now?
Oh, 2.
Oh.
You gotta like after you recover, you gotta hit like a smooth like pimp walk. Like,
yeah, I got to learn how to...
like 2 or 3 steps. Like
Yeah, did you at least show him you can dance after that?
No.
Oh,
bro,
you have to
wish.
establish
that's where you
rhythm.
messed up, bro.
Yeah. I can moonwalk.
Yeah, it's how you recover.
Like,
when
yeah,
you
right,
trip.
buddy. Get out of here.
Yeah,
He looked so cool. He looked...
Red Mel Gibson?
Yeah.
Was it? I'm still confused. Was it? He was the owner of the scooter. Was he the owner of the car? Both.
I
You didn't
think-
even ask.
I think the answer is both. I don't know.
Well, do you think that he parked there illegally to then go scoot around?
Or maybe it
Like,
was...
did he have it in the trunk and then he put it there and he's like, hold on, I'll be right back. And then he sees you trying to jack his scoots.
It could have been 2 different people illegally parking at this curb. And man, you know what's the worst part? I learned probably this is the main thing that I wanted to go and get this off my chest. The reason why I brought this up on the pod. When I looked at him, it hit me like, damn, dude, I look like a guy who would steal a scooter.
You do.
Bro, you look like a scooter
I
stealer,
look
bro.
like a scooter stealer. I look like a thief.
You look less like a scooter buyer than you do scooter stealer. It looks like if you have a scooter, you definitely stole
On
it.
the scooter spectrum, yes.
Yeah.
The scooter spectrum does not go my way here. It's not good.
No.
The Orange County History Center is the place to be this summer.
I'm looking for a camp.
Then I've got great news for you. The Adventures in History Summer Camp.
They charge by the week, and early and late care is included in the tuition.
We're talking cool things. We're talking field trips. I'm talking Central Florida Zoo visiting with animals. How about field trips to Wonderworks and the Crayola experience?
My favorite part is every camper gets a t-shirt with a huge manatee on it. Also coming up around the corner is Father's Day. And on Father's Day, all dads get into the Regional History Center for our favorite price. Free! Bring your dad, get some history. Thehistorycenter.org.
Oh, but say it like Optimus Prime.
Thehistorycenter.org.
Yeah, he was right.
Yeah, he was, dude. I looked so sketchy with my gaunt eyes picking up a scooter slowly, mind you, because I thought it was my car.
With a confused
So I was
look
like,
about you.
you know, what I thought was filled with finesse, make sure this doesn't hurt my car, was actually just looking like a thief.
Well, think about his experience.
Slowly taking it, and no one pay attention as I move slowly throughout the night.
And then when you were called out, you had the worst response ever. He's like, hey, and you're like, sorry, this is my car. Oh, no, it's not. What?
Just so
You sound
awkward.
like everybody on Cops.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm stealing a scooter.
is that a bank? I thought I lived
I
here.
just think it's funny, like the guy pulled up on you and his visual was you like touching a scooter and his thought was, yo, someone's trying to jack my scooter, bro. I gotta run up.
It might not have even been his. He might have seen someone else park and put that scooter there and then just sees Ross
Could have just him.
shuffle up and then trip on the way out. Like,
Could have been
wow, you
just
really
him
did.
being a good
What
Samaritan.
if he told somebody after, like, yo, there's this guy, I saw this guy at the bar, bro. He's trying to steal my scooter.
Have you guys had anything like that? I've had some pretty awkward moments,
Oh, yeah.
but when they are by my design, I don't mind it. I've known, John here John Arce on the podcast as a childhood friend forever, and there's a bit that I've been doing to make him feel uncomfortable for a while. Whenever we go out, like at Chipotle,
Which is like my favorite.
yeah. They always go separate or together, and I go separate, but we are together. And I look at this 22-year-old apron wearing, Tanner name tag just right in the eyes. Like I'm really trying to convey, like we do bad things to each other.
Yeah.
With my eyes.
We have one bank account.
One bank account, but do not charge us. It's going to be charged from the same bank account, but that's our thing.
That's what we do.
What awkward, have you ever had an awkward moment on that scale? I haven't ever been accused of stealing, maybe ever, or at the very least in a long time. I don't know, man.
Most times I'm embarrassed like that is alcohol's involved for sure. Like every time I get into like some embarrassing, like it's always because there was some booze.
I've done a lot of embarrassing things where no one noticed, and then the struggle becomes, how do I keep no one from knowing that I've done this? Mm-hmm. And example, I was on my way to a rehearsal. I was doing this play, and it was like a 45-minute drive to the theater, and I really had to pee. And I had a cup in the car. So, it's an old highway trick.
Yeah.
You pee in the cup. And then I was like, when I get there, there's going to be a bunch of people in the parking lot. I can't have this cup of pee. And I don't know why I didn't wait for an intersection. But I was like, I got to dump this.
Yeah, 70 miles an hour.
Oh.
So I rolled the window down.
Yeah.
And as soon as I go to dump it out the window, it all blows back. And it's all over my shirt and the outside of my car.
So you show up to...
And a little bit on my face.
Yeah.
So I've immediately golden tsunami'd myself.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I get to the theater, and I went in the back door of the theater and went up to the costume loft and stole clothes and went back down, and they had a shower in the dressing room. And I took a shower and put on the costume clothes, which smelled like thrift store clothes and were obviously not my clothes. And I went into the rehearsal and tried to act like nothing happened, smelling like Goodwill with a little bit of piss face.
Yeah.
And that was a rough one.
Yeah,
That's
That would suck. Yeah.
that would.
Hey Joel, what are you wearing right now? What cologne?
What cologne is this?
Why do you look like you're on the Brady Bunch? Your clothes look bad, and
Yeah,
Is it raining outside?
why are you wet?
Yeah, is it raining? What's
is
going
that
on?
Axe Phoenix? Or is it, what is that?
Very,
is
very
that?
pungent.
Yeah.
The nose hairs are tingling. Right
Do you have a cat?
John, Renato, embarrassing moment, quickly. I mean, I've been around both of you enough that I know some embarrassing moments,
Oh yeah, you know them all.
but I don't know.
Which ones you want to say on the radio?
Yeah.
There's plenty of times where like I'll finish a conversation and then we'll just walk the same direction. Like that happens, you know.
That's not that
ever had
bad.
Yeah,
bad, dude.
Like, all right, I'll see you,
This
see you
guy
tomorrow.
This guy just threw down a Gatorade of himself on himself. I was accused of stealing a scooter, and you're going to play the card of, sometimes I say goodbye to somebody, and then we go the same direction. Whoa. Come on.
They're just all drunk and embarrassing that I like will live with for the rest of my life. Basically.
Yeah, but you gotta. But here's the thing about embarrassing.
So
moments.
tell one.
Here's some Here's the thing about embarrassing.
I don't want to
moments.
relive these.
You don't have to relive it. You're not gonna do the embarrassing thing again. You grow to love them because they're learning lessons. That's one thing that I will never mistake my car for another car before.
And I will
So
always
cringe.
just pull over.
So like they're all hot stoves that you have to touch. You know, like you have to learn from these things.
And I don't still have that car.
And
So it's cool to ride with me.
And you're right. Right? Look at this. Look at this little segment here growing to have some bread and some substance. I'm fine with talking about embarrassing moments because they are stove touching You got to touch them to learn, get a scar, go like, yep, never again. I'm going to boost whatever lesson this is way up on my priority list. I also, hear me out here, is this one reason why do you think older people, though, I've thought about this before, older people get a little bit more bitter or jaded because of life experiences. You touch stoves, you learn lessons, and then all of a sudden you start kind of getting exhausted by going, don't do that. You have, instead of 2 lessons learned when you were a child,
Let go.
now you have like 40 lessons learned when you are in, let's say, your 30s, and then you're always like perpetually thinking about those.
And anybody who seems cool is just lying. Like, no one's perfect. Everybody screws up. Money's fake. Time's made up. That's why I think old people are shooting from the hip, because they know it.
Yeah.
They've tripped over a couple of scooters into cars that weren't theirs.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of old people, they're going to tell you, oh, don't do that. They're going to try to learn from my mistakes. I'm going to be the old guy who lets you have those mistakes, and I'm going to laugh. Does that make me mean or something?
No.
Okay.
No. That just means you appreciate those moments a little bit more. Here's one of my favorite embarrassing moments.
I actually think that's, sorry, real quick, but I think that's a good parenting move, because you have to kind of weigh which things. Am I going to tell him not to touch that stove?
He's not going to learn anything.
Am I going to let him and then go to the hospital and explain it? Because they do send a caseworker in when you bring a broken child.
Bruises.
You got to
tell a story every time.
Just saying.
There's always a history with them.
But sometimes you have to let them. Not stove's a bad example. Don't let your kids touch the stove.
And then how about this, Renato?
And then other times you say no. Wait till we get to the intersection.
How about this? I'll always say, I know they're booze filled, right? And you are not alone. You are not alone in thinking that, like, oh man, all of my embarrassing moments are booze. I think that's the majority of people. But when was the last time you had an embarrassing booze moment?
It's been a long time.
Oh, looks like a lesson was learned. My favorite booze embarrassing moment was someone walking up to you, guessing your name and going, let me guess your name. Is it Ian? And then you looked at me and said, you think this guy knows me? This guy doesn't know me. This guy
thinks he knows me.
I just don't like it when people think they know everything. Then you almost fought him. We'll be right back.
With Good Sauce with Ross, Joel, and Ian.
Yeah.
Ross, tell me everything you know about interest rates.
Not much.
You're going to need some help.
Who should I call?
That mortgage guy, Don. That mortgage guy, Don, has the answer to every mortgage question you can think of. He even has his own radio show about it. And you can hear that mortgage guy, Don, every Saturday at 9 a.m. right here on Real Radio.
He's been in Orlando for decades now. He's been helping Central Floridians. He's pro-local, and locals are pro-him.
Procal.
So if you have any mortgage questions, thatmortgageguyDon.com. Hit me with the jingle.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Thank you so much for joining us once again. This is episode 60 of Good Sauce with Ross and Joel. I am the first part of that.
And I, the latter.
We are also joined by
Unmentioned.
Uncredited.
Anonymous.
It's like a rap track featuring.
Oh, yeah. With Nico Renato
Back again.
and John R.C.
Nico Bees Knees Renato.
Those last two people I grew up with, childhood friends, and the reason why I absolutely love putting microphones in front of your faces is because that's the kind of energy that we're trying to capture is, pure, uncut, off the brick friendship.
I feel like, you know how in old movies it's like a bunch of kids hanging out in a treehouse?
Yeah.
That's like, I think what this feels like.
Yeah.
We're in a treehouse.
Like not a bonfire, but if it is a bonfire, we're cooking chicken poorly in the center of it, and we're smoking weird things,
We're smoking chicken feathers.
Yeah.
We're pollo loco.
But I wanted to exactly kind of define something because
So dumb.
I've gotten hit by this of like, why'd you guys name it good sauce? What is good sauce? And I will define.
Like, we don't know.
I have figured it out.
Okay.
All right,
Gong him.
gong me. Good sauce is part what I just brought up, right? Good sauce is the little details in life that make something go from okay to good or good to great or great to timeless.
What
What
sauce is the booyah?
good sauce, pasta's pasta. Pasta's just in different shapes. I would argue that people are like pasta. They're all different, but it's the sauce, dude. It's the sauce.
Or
It's
if you're a kid, just buttered noodles. That's the sauce.
It's not what you do, it's how you do it. And sauce is how you do something. That takes way more time than the damn pasta. And that's why we're here. And I'm here to tell you a little bit of my own good sauce with a brand new segment. What?
Yeah.
A brand new segment.
This show is pregnant with new segment.
Pregnant with new segment?
Segment pregnant.
Someone needs an update.
Give me a baby update.
This is wild, and I am never prepared for anything at all anymore in my life.
You don't even know where you parked.
I understand people who are just tired all the time. I don't even know if I'm here right now. You could convince me that I died in a car accident 3 months ago. And that all of this is just afterlife. It's a weird afterlife.
You think in purgatory you still have to do the podcast?
I believe so.
Until they decide up or down,
I
you still have to
You would,
fulfill
you
your
would
obligations.
still wear pants in purgatory?
would still wear pants in purgatory. I only wear pants. That is the only pant.
There's no knees visible in purgatory.
Is it purg or
Purgatory.
I'm not
Jeez.
saying
Purg.
that having a baby makes anything impossible, because it doesn't. It does not make
The carpool lane.
the the carpool lane. I've been told is impossible.
Sorry.
But still doable. It still works, just poorly.
Yeah.
my kids are taking the bus.
It just it just
Hot take.
it just makes everything harder.
My kid lynxes.
Links all day.
I can't imagine someone with twins.
Double links.
Double.
Double bus.
You know how many seats there are on a bus, Ross?
So many.
Over 10.
I have just never felt
So you feel like you're in perpetual fatigue.
perpetual fatigue like I have never felt before.
But do you find that that perpetual fatigue simplifies things? Like it makes peripheral distractions less important?
It's
Because I've found that in my fatherhood journey that when you are so worn down from just doing what needs to be done, you kind of are going through the motions. You know, this problem,
So-
this thing. It makes everything very simple, and there's kind of a beauty
there's
just having something to do all the time.
I think I know what you mean by this, and I will answer it with a small story. Someone asked me when I was like peak tired, like I was just zombie status, just going through the motions, I'm like harnessing my energy when I need to hold the microphone. Like that's where I'm at right now. I go into like mental hibernation, dude. I'll just stare at a popcorn ceiling for about 45 minutes just to be like, get my energy tanks a little bit
Yeah.
back to neutral so I can go, welcome to Enter and Co Stadium. Here we are. This is, whatever it is.
What a shift.
Yeah. Like that's where I'm
Do you
at.
power down before you have to power up?
Yeah, I've been powering down for the first time so
Oh,
I can
wait.
power up.
This
That's
is-
where I'm at.
Can you
That's a
nap?
baby update. I
you
still
nap?
don't nap. I feel like I nap like a fish.
Eyes open, fully aware.
But what was it? You just asked me something and I wanted to answer it.
Do you find that it
Yes, someone asked me recently, like, hey, we're trying to help this one person move because they're not very good at,
they are very lazy.
yeah. Can you move? And
No.
before,
Hot take.
yes, before having a child, I might have sugar-coated maybe a no, or maybe I would have. You know, I don't.
I'm busy that day.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
I didn't tell you when it was. And then they always throw in, oh, I'll get pizza.
Pizza and Heineken's, right?
I'm like, no, $650.
I had.
I'll be there.
I have.
$650.
No more, no less.
I have a day rate, and you will live up to it.
I've never responded with such a blunt no, and I felt comfortable with it.
Did you put a period at the end of it?
Oh,
Capital N, lowercase o, period.
gigantic period.
Yeah, and then you hit the loud thing. When
Loud.
You say, no.
Hey, I have never.
Haunted font.
This is a different level of.
You have excuse. The excuse is there. You know what I like to write to make the no even harder? Absolutely not. Yeah. No period.
Cold.
Yeah.
Cold.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm like,
I love it.
yeah, I'm just it usually gets an LOL back.
Do you?
And then they never ask again. They're like, absolutely. What the?
Do you guys? I'm not good.
Spicy. I like it.
You just added words. I got no would have been all right.
I'm not good with abrupt no's, but when I guess I'm getting better at it thanks to fatherhood.
Is that your scooter?
No,
Very good. Is that your car?
no. I'm still working on it. I'm still working on it.
I'm just still reliving that whole incident. I'm sorry. That's my car. Oh no, it's not.
Yeah, it's rock bottom for me. Like I said, man, this episode I need you guys. You guys are. This is why you have friends. This is why friends have you.
If you want to feel like a better person, I guess go to therapy and have them justify and tell you why everything's okay. If you want to get back in the game, talk to 3 people who are going to make fun of you.
Yeah.
And then get back out there.
What
and
do you want?
Embarrass yourself again.
I could make you feel better, right? So I could tell my embarrassing story.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
John.
Went to a friend's wedding. The wedding was in a nice spot, whatever. Open bar, right?
Yep, that'll do it.
Open bar. I was in my whiskey phase in my life.
Oh,
Loved whiskey.
bro was in his whiskey
Loved
era.
Scotch, whiskey,
What did
Canadian,
you- A bourbon?
whatever.
Maybe a bourbon?
Bourbon. Kentucky bourbons are, but I still drank it.
edge.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. Some people will be, how do you say it, blocking out on the brown.
Brown liquor makes the blackouts quicker.
I don't do it anymore.
At the wedding, having a good time. The open bar is ending soon. The wedding's coming to an end. I'm like, what do you do? Let's get the most bang for your buck. I love a value.
Give me a quadruple Jack and Coke.
Give me a double Crown and Royal neat.
Neat.
Throw it back.
And it's always bad if you say a Crown and Royal.
I've always.
I want both. Give me a half Crown, half Royal. No ice. Please.
Perfect.
That's such a funny drunk joke.
I ordered a
Okay.
whiskey scour once. Bro's like, if you can't say it, you can't have it. I was like,
get it.
a whiskey scour.
Let
I
me
want
get
a
it.
whiskey. Oh, okay. Bud Light.
Let me get a
People-
Siskirt sour.
So you get a Crown and Royal.
Crown.
People will order Tito's and vodkas all the time.
Make it.
Let me get a Tito's vodka. Let me get a Crown and a Royal and a tea and a. Can I get a tea but without the keel?
So
Give me the infamous grouse.
I ordered one, went back to the table, played it off like I didn't just have a double, right?
Which you didn't. You did not play that off. You're like, I did one hip hop move just to let them know I was still playing.
Yeah. You start overcompensating when you're that hammered.
You
You're
start
like,
throwing your keys up and catching them. You ever do stuff like that?
But I can do
just to
guys.
prove your dexterity and focus.
I can walk a straight line.
I'm good. Pop
Did you
lock.
throw? I bet I could touch that and then jump up and hit the wall.
Smack.
Smacked it. Bet I can hit that fan blade with my head.
Oh man, that is absolutely how the majority of drunk, that's how he broke his arm happened. I'm good. What are you talking about? I'm good.
Wait. I can do a
got
handspring.
Yeah.
Went to the table for 5 minutes or so. I was like, all right, bar's still closing soon. I can get another double real quick.
Yeah.
Crown Royal. Double.
Crown and Royal.
Neat. had another one, threw it back. Bartender's looking at me sideways. He's like, oh,
Actually, he was looking at you straight. You just saw it that way.
So just had 4 shots in like 15 minutes after drinking the whole time at this wedding. Wedding ends. We're saying our goodbyes. We're walking out the door. I
Your two
almost
buzzer
made it in
beaters.
the clear. Like I'm almost there. I'm keeping it cool until the end. And when we go through the archway of the doors, I think it was literally Ross was there. I think it was close to the doorway. No one should ever do this to a woman.
No, you
Never
should not.
poke fun of weight.
or anyone.
I was taking a jab. I thought it was just in my drunken state, I was like, oh yeah,
It was that fourth shot.
It was that 4th shot in 10 minutes or whatever.
It was the 4th shot that was interacting with the first 3.
Exactly.
And the previous 3 hours.
That's what the 4th shot inevitably does.
And I thought it was funny. Brent thought it was not funny. And then Ross tried to save the day and was like, you're drunk. Let me get the keys to the car. And I'm like, no. And then we had a back and forth.
Oh,
and
no.
Oh,
Ross
yeah.
ended up smacking me in the face. And the story could go on, but we're going to end it there. The aftermath was pretty silly as well. But we'll
If it ended in fisticuffs.
yeah.
But would you paint that as like the most...
I learned from my mistake, right? So
Yeah,
you never mention a woman's weight, ever. Drunk or not.
Especially with a gentleman around.
At a wedding when emotions are flying and things and that.
What a Prince Charming moment from you, though, Ross.
Well,
I can't imagine you were sober at the time.
I was not, but I just kept falling over these freaking scooters.
Yeah, he didn't mean to hit you in the face. He tripped over a scooter.
So that was my moment.
It was
That's
the
pretty
messiest
bad.
night of our whole entire friendship,
You were there too?
brother.
Oh my God. I was so drunk.
I literally think about
Never
this
forget
night
where Ian.
all the time. I think about this night all the time and how my. Remember we were talking about like just drunk, embarrassing, just like what
so
the
embarrassed.
heck moments.
Nice.
Yeah, dude. just
Score.
not a pretty night. I don't. That's a rough one. I didn't. Yeah. And like
Ended up with me crying. It was a terrible night. It was very embarrassing.
I remember it ended up with you just on the couch snoring so loud. Bro.
Okay, that's how it ended.
Yeah, that's what it was.
It ended with yeah. And also like it was a drunk pass out where like it looked like someone just threw him there.
Yeah.
Where there was like a foot in a blind. Like it was on a couch up against a glass door.
It sounds like all 3 of you were like jockeying to be the worst that night.
Oh, bro. Yeah,
And it was just
terrible.
like, who's going to do something even worse? And then John was like, hold my crown and royal.
All right, one of my most embarrassing moment that night was that somehow the wedding cake at this wedding was just getting tossed around between all of us friends.
Tossed?
Like we were just taking turns just shoveling our hands into this wedding cake, dude.
You're just telling me about how you ruined someone's wedding.
Did I do that? Because I don't remember.
We
doing
all
that.
did it, dude.
Oh,
We all
yeah,
took
yeah.
turns just hand blasting their wedding cake and then
Safe
just
to say they are
shoveling it
divorced
into
now.
our face.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Definitely divorced.
I don't think they're together.
They should have known.
anymore.
It was a sign.
You know, we need a palate cleanser, dude.
Yes.
We need a palate cleanser.
Please.
We need vibes. We need sliced ginger. We need to get out of this rut here at Good Sauce.
Yeah.
You know,
Time
like
for a new one. We're segment pregnant.
we're segment pregnant. It's time to
I'm breaching.
Joel's big thing.
You stressed? Chill, baby, chill. Here's some War and Peace with Joel Warren.
Here's my big thing.
Big thing.
Today is my youngest son Dawson's 13th birthday.
Yep. Woo. Oh yeah.
Shout out.
God, I needed something that was
HBD.
wholesome and filled a life void of sadness.
Well, then let me inject into
feel you,
your
brother.
life. Talk about good sauce. Do you remember when you turned 13 and you were a teenager?
Yep.
You had waited your whole childhood
Oh, yeah.
to be a teenager.
Like it was yesterday.
Waist-banding it as I dissect a frog.
Yeah.
I was more in the drumline in the movie. I remember that being a big thing.
It is a big thing. And it should be a big thing. You know,
I am
These are the
13.
milestone years. There are a few of them. 13, I think, is big for everybody.
Yeah.
When you're,
It ends with teen now.
ends at teen. It's the best 8 years of your life. And I think that might be true. That the teens, depending on your circumstances, but
I believe it is.
I think the teens, it's the lowest amount of pressure, the highest amount of grace that is given to you because of your age.
Yeah. You're an idiot. You just got to come to grips with that, and then you're good. Yeah, if you play.
And you know what? Here, I'll give Dawson a lot of credit. He knows that.
Yeah.
He, about 2 weeks ago, he just kind of mouthed off. And it kind of ruined the vibe of a moment.
Yep.
Everybody got real quiet in the car. It was just like that mean, funny stuff. He hurt someone's feelings in the car.
You made it awkward.
He had too much crown.
He tripped over a scooter.
Yeah, he had a little bit too much Royal that night.
That was his embarrassing moment.
And for him, that's like Dr. Pepper and Red Bull.
Yeah.
But which is gross to combine. But he came up to me afterwards. We got back from where we were going, and he came up and he was like, "Hey, I'm sorry about earlier." And I was like, "Oh, thanks, man." He goes, "Hormones, am I right?" And I looked at Trisha and she goes, "Yeah, you can't beat that. That's no matter what he did, now it's okay." That's so funny. Hormones, am I right? But what I was going to say, and in the Jewish kids, they get the bar mitzvah at 13 or the bat mitzvah for the girls.
I didn't know there was
Huge throwdown party. It's your welcome to adulthood party.
Also, throwing this out here, a little side skirt about Jewish anything.
Yeah.
Food. I'm on a Jewish food kick right now.
Oh, yeah? You kosher?
Dude, I'm koshin', I'm ripping bialys, and I'm learning about smoked whitefish.
Okay.
Just throwing that out.
Latkes?
The
You ever had a latke?
Oh, and matzo ball soup?
I've been sleeping on the Jewish foods
Yeah, they've got
a
it
little
down.
bit now.
It's a lot of khaki food.
Yeah. A lot
of
of light
khaki.
brown.
Jewish cuisine.
Target employee
often
type.
khaki. Yeah.
I just
But 13's huge if you're Jewish. I think it's huge for anybody. But also then you think 15, you hit the quinceañeras. We've all quinceed.
I've definitely you've kinks.
yeah, dude, I quinceañeraed with John, and it was one of
you
the
hit
most
the worm at
Dude,
the
it was
quinceañera.
you
have
remember
to
what
hit the
happened?
worm.
Do you want to know what happened?
Quinceañera deserves the worm.
Dude, I hit the worm at this quinceañera, but here's the thing. Do you remember
All these Spanish people.
Do you remember this? You don't remember this. I'd watch. As soon as I say this, he's going to go like, "Oh my God, that's right." I can't do the worm. I
The worm
can't-
attempt.
Dude, it's a worm attempt. So I go to attempt.
Nothing worse, bro.
Dude, it's me tripping over the scooter again. It's me tripping over. I go for a worm attempt. I just slam my chin into the floor.
Oh my goodness.
Immediately start bleeding everywhere.
Bro.
Face spiked yourself?
I just face slammed. I told you. I face slammed. I still have the scar. It is underneath my chin.
I don't know why I want to like reenact and film this whole scenario.
Well, worms do burrow, so I mean, it was.
I'm trying to burrow.
You were just trying to go home.
I just ate it, and I just bled all over my pink themed shirt.
You know, the best worm I've ever seen is Adam Sharf, who sings our theme song.
He has a good worm.
He can worm.
I can show you the worst worm.
Frontwards and backwards.
Good sex life if you can worm.
If you can front worm, which means shins first,
Yeah.
you're falling into it. Is that how you hurt yourself? Were you trying to front worm, or did you go backwards?
I
think you went backwards. I think you didn't know how to do it.
You
and
led
then
with the
went
chin?
backwards. Yeah, so he led with the.
No, that one's the.
I think
that's the safer way to worm.
Oh.
If you do the other one, it's like, oh, you better really know what you're doing, or America's Funniest Home Videos time.
I got both.
You got both worms.
I go front and back.
And when's the last time
And
you did that?
it's been a while since I've done it, but
There it is. A while can be a long time.
God, once you learn the worm, it's like a handstand. Once you learn it, you got it for life. I'll never not be able to not do. I mean, well, never say never.
Osteoporosis, big dog.
If things,
Rheumatoid arthritis.
yeah, right. No, I'm just saying, bro.
You do that at 65, you just become dust.
When I know I can't worm is when I'll hang them up.
I dare you to worm in the
I love
grass.
that take.
I dare you to worm. You're wearing white Air Force Ones, so I'm not going to say do it right now, but like
In my younger days, I can go from a stand to a worm.
Like a handstand, drop down to worm.
I could do that too, backwards. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
the day
You guys, I mean, I can do it. We can film it and we can put it in this podcast, right?
The
now.
day, the
I
day
think we
that
might need to.
the day that I can't worm is the day I can't squirm.
And that's when I'll
Martin
know
Luther King.
my time is over.
John 3:16.
That's when I'll just sail off into the sunset.
Worm off.
I'll worm off into the I did an official worm race, bro, and I tried that method, the worm method, the whole time. Let me tell you, it gets tiring after a while, bro. When you have to go the length of a basketball court and then back,
And
No,
then
you-
back?
gas out like.
Why did you do that?
So
You can't long distance worm.
I used to work for the Orlando Magic, and we did this like kind of
Flex.
contest thing for halftime. It was a little thing, but we all dressed up like worms, and it was a race, right? And it was
You dressed up as a worm
Yeah.
and did the worm?
yeah, we all had like different names. My name was Books.
Did everybody else?
He was a bookworm.
Were
the
you
bookworm, right.
were you the only person that dressed up as a worm? Or
No,
was-
everybody did. Like
Alright, so-
everybody in the
alright,
race.
Wait,
had
what are
worm
the
suits.
other worms? That's the only worm.
No, there was Earth.
Okay.
Earth. You got
Immediately corrected.
all right.
should be Jim.
But yeah, no, I gassed out so hard. The winner rolled. The winner rolled.
Earthworm Jim. Yeah, I love Earthworm Jim.
Earthworm.
The winner rolled, cheated, while you're over here slamming.
No, because that's a
your
roly
nuts.
poly. Worms don't roll.
I know it was kind of controversial at the end. Like we were like, does he even decide to or like?
That's
deserve to
hugely
win?
controversial. That's an immediate disqualification.
Right. I know.
If I know
That's
my
how-
worm,
I was on that side. To be honest, I don't.
Well,
think he
you
deserved
were.
that win.
You have to abstain because you were involved.
I was honestly. I didn't know what
if you
was
have
going
a
on.
worm in the game, you can't vote.
I was 3/4 of a way down the court, just flat line, like just done. I couldn't move, bro. I gassed out.
His
bro.
core gave out.
Yeah, well, you wormed for about 240 feet. You can't worm for 240 feet and
Yeah,
expect to
usually
not need a Gatorade.
You warm single-digit feet, and then back maybe.
I never tested it out before, so yeah, that was
Zero training, no prep.
I just been doing it my whole life.
Jeez,
I just the stamina. I just need to train more my worm stamina more.
Do you think you could run a half marathon without training?
Oh no way, bro! No way.
Do you think you could
I would
worm
guess.
the full length of Ross's yard?
Worm the full length of Ross's yard?
Backyard.
I think so.
Yeah,
I do not.
I think I could. No, for sure. I could do it.
It's a hard opinion on that one.
I wouldn't do it, dude. There's dog
dirty
turds everywhere.
If I'm hydrated, I could do it.
We'll put a mouth guard in.
Yeah,
Mouth guard, sunglasses.
and goggles are.
Chin strap.
You know, I'll be honest.
No,
with
because
you.
he says he can do it. I'd put a chin strap on Ross after what happened.
I thought War and Peace was going to bring me to a positive light, but it just brought me to a memory of me smashing my face in front of a bunch of Puerto Rican families.
That's because War and Peace.
That was the war.
That was the war.
Yeah, I wasn't ready for the peace.
Yeah, sorry, dude.
If you don't like me at my war, you can't handle me at my peace.
Yeah. My name is so dynamic.
If I can't worm,
Yeah. I'm going to hang him up. Yeah.
But I don't know. I think the big theme here, though, on today's episode of episode 60 is that the embarrassing moments are exactly that. They're awful.
We all have them, too.
The genuine, awful, embarrassing moments, they exist, but it's on us now to learn from them.
And not worry too much about it. Doesn't matter. Everybody's got them. You know who has them? Your wives, your mothers. Shout out to them.
I am not a scooter stealer, but my name is Ross Padgett, and that is Joel Warren.
And I haven't peed in a cup in over a decade.
And that is Nico Renato.
Me neither, but I do have to pee right now.
Yeah, and that is John RC.
she's always skinny and fine and great looking.
Shout out, Jamie.
That is episode 60. Learn from your mistakes. That is good sauce. Learning from your mistakes is good sauce.
Dump it at an intersection.
I'm out. Peace. Every episode of Good Sauce is brought to you by personal injury attorney Mo DeWitt.
Injured on the go?
Just call Mo.
We know Mo always throws the best events, and he's got one right around the corner.
Saturday, July 12th, it's all happening. That's right. He's having another family skate-a-thon. These events are always a blast.
It's at the Cimarron Skateway, Saturday, July 12th from 5 to 7 p.m. And it's our favorite price point. Free great music and surprises and free Mo merch. He'll be there to support you when you need him. So if you're injured on the go,
Just call Mo.